Dun, 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 dun. Do 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 ba ba da ba ba da ba ba da 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 da. Good morning, everybody. I'm in midterm today, so we're going to keep it brief. Hey, let's see if I can get the YouTube video. I don't think it works on this browser. You gotta get the pip from the pip basket. Hey, good morning, everybody. Let me remind you that trading is risky, not appropriate for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results. But please always stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, and never risk money you cannot afford to lose. Charles, yeah, well, if that's what you believe, but you have to be able to give me 3 solid reasons why. Okay? There's also a timing to all these things. Anyways, hey, my name is Wayne McDonald. I am the Chief FX Market Strategist for Traders Way. Thank you for being a client. I'm here to guide you through this morning session. It's 7:30 a.m. New York time, approximately London lunch, 2 hours before trading in the United States of America. If you're not a client, please go to tradersway.com and open up at least a demo account. Takes less than a minute. You get to see our back office. You'll be able to download MT4. Perhaps you can test our support staff, find out how polite they are, so on and so forth. Our execution's fast, our spreads are competitive. We don't monkey around with your money. All those things are good. So anyways, I'm here Monday through Thursday to help you here at forex.today. I'm also previously the Forex Speaker of the Year at FX Street. You will find me there first Friday of the month for Trade Non-Farm Payrolls Live. Cool, so let's go to the desktop. Okay, flip of a coin this week. If you happen to be a bear, euro yen, you hit the weekly target a few hours ago. If you happen to be a bull, you made money for a little while and then collapsed on you in the area you would expect it to collapse. One of the things I teach my swing traders is to be really right or really wrong. Let the market dictate whether you make money or not. Now, here's an interesting thing. I actually bought this and lost a little bit of money, like 33 pips, because my goal was to buy it at M2 and drive it up high. Well, it didn't work, but the interesting thing is they're using pivot points. At least there was no real selling opportunity. You're using price action, you'd have to be ridiculously aggressive, but you could have done it. So, you know, I went long and lost, and there wasn't really a good short, at least using swing strategy. Okay. Oh, but the other point to make, look where it fell. Amazing, right? So I have it coming down to 111.26, and it's holding. Once again, on Sunday afternoon, that was the predicted bottom for the week for a bear. Amazing. I mean, look at some of these things, guys, to the pip. Look at the euro yen. It's exactly the target. Pretty cool. Aussie, gone. Wish I would have shorted this one on Sunday. All right. Check that out. That's the swing short if you're a bear. Wow, huh? Funny thing is, this little spot here is the monthly swing short. Is that crazy? So that's at 87.25. And if that's what we're doing, the conservative target here is 84.30. The aggressive downside target is 83.63. Holy smokes, eh? So we're talking a move like this. So I'm going to put it at 84, split the difference. What? Beauty, huh? Isn't that beautiful? Hey, what happens in March that could explain something like this? Now, it's not just this pair, but like euro yen's come down a lot, hasn't it? USD yen's come down a lot, right? Pound yen maybe, CAD yen's come down a lot. Japanese yen repatriation. So for those that don't know, April 1st is the fiscal new year for Japanese businesses and the government. So December 31st is the end of the year. Did I just say December? Sorry, March 31st is the end of the year. And what I prep people for, is it fair to say 6 months ago, and then 18 months ago, and then so on and so forth, to expect either, the beginning or the end of the month to see some yen strength. Now, I never know when it's going to happen because I don't know when it's going to happen. But you guys are aware, is that correct? That it can happen in the month of March. Andrew, not till now, thank you. All right. Well, Andrew, if you were hanging with me 4 years ago, I would have told you that. How about 8 years ago? So it's interesting. You never know when the yen strength's coming, but often when I give like a 6 month overview, so the way I remember it is I said the yens would weaken September, October, November, and then somewhere between Thanksgiving and Christmas and the New Year's. I'm not really sure what's going to happen, but in January, the yen would get strong. February would be a false rally. March would be yen strength. How many people would agree that that's precisely? In fact, I said yen would be strong till the 3rd week of January. Actually, let's go farther back. I said the Japanese yen would weaken the 3rd week of August. And then in the new year, January 1st, it would strengthen till at least the 3rd week in January. Then in March, there'd be a false rally where the yen weakens and the yen pairs go up in February. And then March, the yen pairs would come back down. right? Is that right? Yeah, but even before the video, 6 months before that, I was telling you. And okay, so it's not that I'm an oracle or I have a crystal ball and all that kind of stuff. No, if you know this, that now it's my gift to you. Once you know, then you can prepare, maybe even take advantage, right? Cool. So by and large, I think that's reasonably what's happened, isn't it? Joe, I can't tell you that because then you wouldn't need me anymore and I'd be alone. I don't want to be alone. Well, it just happens that things on the third Friday of of every month, and then the third Friday of every quarter, you get some contracts and some options expire. Maybe that's why. I don't know. Okay. CAD. CAD just destroyed. Look at this role reversal. I think we did the Sunday night. This is the sell zone. This is the buy zone. So if you were a seller this month, you got paid. If you were a buyer this month, you probably broke even, right? Or took a small loss, right? So I guess if the bear noticed down and up, and if you traded the breakout pullback, you got paid. That's it. Isn't that nice? Sold it at 84.70. Dropped down to 83.00. Cool. Nice week. Kiwi. The dairy auction was pretty good. Maybe not good enough, right? So here's what we did Sunday night. Here's my swing trade. How did it do? Well, based on this top, the green area is the target. And this is a pretty clear idea, right? How did I do? Of course, great. Thank you. Cool. Nice, right? I'm going to mark this for the future. It's probably going to be important next week. Let's do it that way. Because the central will drop, so this is probably next week's sell zone. So we're kind of done for the week, and in many cases, we're done for the month. That sucks, right? What are you going to do with the rest of your month? Look at this plan from last week. Rally up, drop it like it's hot. It didn't do too bad, huh? It's not bad, right? See, what this is telling you is bulls buy here, bears sell here. So it's not bad. This is the weekly target here. Lower low, lower high, lower low. Probably come up and down again one more time. Joe, are you in the fundies course? Cry me a river. Let's see. So target. What should we do? Gold. Okay. I think one of the things I was talking about on Sunday was even if you wanted to buy it, you can't do it. The only thing you can consider is selling. And I would imagine if you sold here, you had a chance to adjust your risk to either break even or a smaller loss. True buy zone is much lower. So when things go up like this, it shouldn't bother you. The price is too high. It went up. Who cares? Right on, Joe. Okay. So once again, this is a sell zone. 1250 I would consider a psych level. So maybe start looking for price action to the downside. I'm just looking at this, like critiquing it, like it double bottomed, and then we got the Fed move, and then it never really pulled back. So I don't have a problem not being on this. Isn't this funny? So I think 2 days ago we were here and we identified it as support and that it was likely to go up. And we talked about oscillators. And then it hit all this resistance, which I've marked days ago, even last week, I think. Yeah, for sure last week, maybe the week before. And look, it went up to here. And so yesterday, this time, we were laughing about this. Like, okay, now we're back at resistance. You know you can't buy it. It's not really good. It's just, right? Just moving sideways, another sideways market. And look, it's all the way back down here again. Isn't that neat? Just in the last, 48 hours, we did a full trip from support to resistance, resistance back to support. Do you think amateurs are losing money in here? Must be pretty frustrating for those that don't know, huh? Here's a 1, 2, 3. Can you see it? You play this like a double bottom off the S2. By the way, is it predictable that S2 would act as a double bottom or would create a double bottom? I'll give you a hint. There is no better place. Just remember the S2, if you're short, you are required by law, the law of Forex, the law of disciplined trading. That law says if you are short and touch S2, you have to 100% of the time, without fail, always take profit. So you can anticipate that people will get out. And there you get the 1, right? 1 is the double bottom, right? 2 is the higher high. 3 is the pullback. You notice I already had this outlined. Isn't that neat? So it's a little scalp from 19 to 1925. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but the pattern is valid. I think that covers almost everything I want to cover. Maybe USD or Euro USD, I mean. Got a really good buy entry. And there was a decent sell entry that failed. So Sunday, this was a great area to sell. In here. Great area to sell. Didn't work out. And then you say, well, wait, it went up. Yeah, but there wasn't, based on swing anyways. There's a little bit of price action going on here and so on and so forth. Okay, or maybe the farther down one. Okay, so you got price action going for you, but it's still a little dangerous because it was a little expensive. So if you're still a bull, you're going to be doing something like this right now for a buy. Okay, if you're still a bull. In a bear, ideally you're back down in here. And then you probably ideally still want to sell it around this area. Okay, so if you're a bear, let's say you want to see something sort of like this. Let's go. Let's do this guy. Maybe something like, wow, my mouse is problems. Come on. Okay. Okay. And then maybe down. And then up and down. Okay. Probably more like just up and consolidate for a while. But that's kind of what I may be looking for. If I want to be a dollar bull or a euro bear, just need to wait. Okay. This was a good sell and it didn't make money. It lost money. So what? Get over it. Okay. This went up, but it probably wasn't a good buy. I mean, price action, it was just fine, but still it's overpriced. Okay. Right? This was a good price. This was a good price. This was not a good price. Okay. So maybe the next move up is just too much. Right? Maybe it goes to M4, right? Here's the other thing. Let's say it just keeps working its way up, and I don't see why it wouldn't. Okay? And we might want to look for something more like that to get involved in. Probably be, let me adjust this, probably more like that. And it's got to be lower than this. Okay. It's got to be lower than that. So let's do it this way. Come on now. Okay. And let's extend it back to the next level of support, which is this cluster. And that could happen Thursday or Friday. Okay. Remember, we got a long ways to go. Oops, on this thing. The no-fly zone is like way up there, isn't it? I remember it like 14, 15, 16 kind of thing. Let's do it this way. This is the Europe ECB no-fly zone. Let's move it up to about there. Okay. Okay. So what is the ECB doing? And by the way, I want to end on this. What is the ECB hoping to do or see in their economic analysis of the European Union's economy? Inflation. Cool. Does a stronger euro does a stronger euro create inflation when everybody's rich with euros, strong euro? Or does a strong euro kill inflation? What do you think, Joe? Joe, the euro's strong and everybody feels good and rich and they start spending their euros. Why does it kill it? Strong currency means you can buy stuff. Means everybody's rich. Aren't they going to buy some new BMWs, some new Mercedes? They've got this strong euro. Things are good, right? Yeah, exports. All right, so exports, but who cares about exports? Only exporters care about exports. Yeah, Germany cares. Yeah, but okay. So I'm talking to Joe here mostly because he's new and he says he's interested in funding, so I'm just trying to help. So we'll use Joe as the guinea pig. So Joe, if you have a strong currency, can you buy more with it or can you buy less with it? Okay. So relative to what you're paying now, let's take a foreign product. Okay. Your euro is strong. Let's say the Chinese currency is weak. What happens to the price of the Chinese laptops if the euro is getting strong and stronger and stronger? The laptop used to be €1,000. What happens to the price in the future if the euro gets strong? Okay. If the euro gets strong and the laptop stays the same, not in price, but just cost or whatever, manufacturing cost, right? Right? Then in terms of euros, they become cheaper. Because that euro buys more yuan, and the laptop was made in yuan in China. So it costs a certain amount of yuan, right? But now the euro buys more yuan. It buys more laptop. Well, you don't get like 1.2 laptops, right? So therefore, the price of the laptop relative to the euro falls. So if the euro goes up 10%, let's say, then the price in euros now of that laptop is now 900 euro, not 1,000 euro, because you need less euros to buy the same amount of Chinese products. So what has happened to prices? Used to be 1,000 euros. Now it's on sale for 900 euros. Fallen. So what is falling prices then? What's the word for falling prices? Is it inflation or is it deflation? See? Interesting. So the stronger the euro gets relative to other currencies, the more it hurts the ECB, because that means inflation is falling. They're trying to create inflation. They're desperate for inflation. But they're buying their own bonds, for crying out loud, to increase money supply, lower the purchasing power of the euro, and increase inflation. So if the opposite is happening, the euro is getting more and more, it's getting stronger and stronger relative to other currencies, then it's deflationary and anti-ECB strategy. So if we get up here and the euro is ripper unbelievably strong, where we go up 1,000 pips from 105 to 115, magically, like it did here and 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 here, magically the euro tends to weaken. I think it's the ECB's no-fly zone. And if the euro gets overvalued here, they weaken it. They do whatever a central bank needs to do to weaken it, but they weaken it. Because they're like, that's it. This is totally killing everything that we're doing. That's neat, huh? So I'm a bear here because this is where you're supposed to be a bear around the monthly pivots. Although that's going to change soon, and it looks like we did make a higher high relative to other higher highs, but I'm still a bear. But if it gets up here, let's say it's July and we're up here. By September, I will be so redonkulously, grossly short the euro. It'll bring central bankers to their knees. They will stop dead in their tracks in awe of my positions. Peter wants to know if the ECB is doing enough. Well, they told us about 4 months ago that they plan on doing less for longer. I don't even know what that means. Seems very European, huh? Socialist big dog kind of stuff. I'm just going to do less for longer. Oh, that'll help. Yeah, disappointing. Well said. Well said. It's too bad it's not the ECD, right? The European Committee for Disappointment. So anyways, I got to go, guys. I got a big midterm today. I have another midterm tomorrow. I'm old and fat, so all I got left is my brain. So I got to I got to keep that. I got to keep that one attractive. So peace on earth. May the pips be with you. May our profits be above average. If you need, right, if you need help finding a Nash equilibrium for mixed strategy games, I can do that for you. You need help, the iteration deletion of strictly dominated strategies, I can also do that for you. I can find pure strategy Nash equilibriums, which is pretty good. Very useful stuff. Right? Can you imagine a job interview? So what is it exactly you think you could do for our firm, Mr. McDonald? Well, let me tell you, I can assist with the iterated deletion of strictly dominated strategies. But if you are also struggling with finding Nash equilibrium for either pure strategies or mixed strategies, oh, I am your man. They're like, but we're ditch diggers. How's your back? Pretty boy like me, huh? Can't be a ditch digger. So anyways, peace on earth. May the pips be with you. May your profits be above average. Yeah, it's funny, right? This is what I do. This is what I do. Isn't it weird? What do you do at your free time? Yeah, I study game theory. So anyways, take care. Thanks for being a client of Traders Way. We appreciate you. I'm trying to make you happy every day.